All right, so here's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the fact that space is being promoted by entrepreneurship. So let's discuss on how space can be promoted. Well, first of all, a lot of people as entrepreneurs have a lot in common with their money, their finances, and their businesses, mainly because we are there to help those in need for their own choices. But one thing we are dealing with is space business and promotion. We are trying to find out how entrepreneurs will coexist with the staff, directors, and employees of NASA to help promote space stations and declare if whether they are necessary and legal for transporting people to space in the future. And the economics for space is about many activities and plenty of resources that are much more valuable for people when using them for management, exploration, and observation. But here's how we can help promote space for entrepreneurs. First, we have to discover the cost, value, and the profit of how a rocket should be made and how it should be beneficial to their innovation, enterprise, and welfare. All those things are examples of how a person can be made as an engineer and as an entrepreneur. And next, we discover the purpose of technological advantages on the rockets that are being constructed by scientists and engineers. Well, first, the advantages for rockets are they can carry more than one astronaut in the cockpit, and they can travel more than 1,000 miles into space, and they're much more faster than satellites. I don't know, and that they're really much easier to launch than a satellite that doesn't move around very much. And also, the disadvantages for rockets are that when they blast off from a different area and they land in a forest, they explode and they start a forest fire, mostly on the trees. And when they lose control, the fuel starts to malfunction and cause extreme combustion. So those are the pros and cons of how rockets are used in NASA and when in outer space. But one thing that we are dealing with is we're wondering how the political government will be offended by this idea to launch rockets in outer space. But to help settle this argument with the government, we managed to help entrepreneurs do the same thing by doing community services and advertisements for the business and prove to the government that rockets from NASA are legal and useful for launching people into outer space. So folks, that is how entrepreneurs can promote a business like NASA. Thanks everybody.